My name is Akshat Jain. I'm working as product lead at Pixel Space. We are a space tech company. We started around 2019 and we are India's first private sector company to have our own hyperspectral satellite constellation.
Okay.
We have 6 satellites already up in space. These are satellites with 5 meter resolution, 135 bands. And just to give you some background about different type of satellite images, traditionally there had been RGB images with 3 layers, RGB, 3 bands were there. Then there were multispectral images with 4 to 12 bands. And at Pixel, we are providing 135 bands. So the more number of bands are enabling the customers with much more granular specificity of information, like for example, detecting different type of minerals, crop types, diseases, pests. So these are the things which we can do very easily with hyperspectral data.
Okay, I have 2 to 3 questions for you in terms of practicality of your product. First question would be that what are the applications in which you are using the hyperspectral data set?
Sure.
In terms of agriculture and other, you want to say
Sure.
that?
See, we are a horizontal platform. We enable our hyperspectral images through a platform called Aurora, which is our web application. I will show you.
Okay.
And we are serving multiple industries: agriculture, forestry, mining, oil and gas, defense, climate tech, environment tech. And let's take example of agriculture. In agriculture, you can start with identification of crop area versus forest area versus
Correct.
built up area, which is called land use land cover
Yes.
identification. Then you double click on the crop areas. You identify what are the different farm boundaries on a different on a single crop area, and I'm able to give you acreage, that for each individual farm how many acres or hectares of land is there, and in the overall district level what is the percentage of that particular farm or village level. Then after that we move to the crop type classification. On each individual farm, when I'm double clicking, I can tell you what is the crop type. Is it wheat or rice or maize or soybean and so on. Now next question is generally about the monitoring of the farms. When we are doing the regular monitoring of farms, we will try to understand what is the current growth pattern, at what stage in the crop life cycle does this current crop stand. Historically, it will start from crop sowing date to peak of season to harvest date, and in the current crop growth, where does it stand. If there is some anomaly, it means there is some kind of stress potentially. Is it high stress or moderate or low stress? If it is very high or moderate, what is the reason behind it? Then only we can solve something. So reason could be a pest or disease or temperature stress, water stress, nutrient stress, nitrogen, potassium, fertilizers. What is the reason behind it?
Okay.
So we will double click on those things. Then we will be able to tell you, okay, this is the reason, and we want to further see what are the crop biophysical, biochemical parameters like leaf area index, brown pigment, dry wheat biomass at this moment. And based on the projection for future date, we can calculate the crop yield estimation. How many quintals per hectare of this crop type is expected from this village or district or this particular farm. So all this analysis can be enabled very easily.
Okay, so I have one more doubt. Since you are using hyperspectral imagery for crop identification, that could, you don't think so, that could also be done on optical data? Why you are using hyperspectral instead
Correct.
of that?
So think of it like, for analogy, let's take example of human thumbprints. So for every human, thumbprint is unique.
Yes.
In the similar way, the spectral signature of every crop and disease or crop or pest combination will be very different in nature. And when you have to create this kind of spectral signatures, hyperspectral images will be able to provide you much more granular information
Yes.
as compared to optical data.
Correct.
So this is where this is very much
Going into
accurate,
precise
more
agriculture.
precision into this solution. So this
Okay.
is where it stands out.
Yes, now I agree that you are using the point data set and making
Correct.
your own spectral libraries. And one more question to adding towards that, you are using average values of the particular area which you are selecting.
No, we
let's
can,
say let's say there is you have selected a particular district. You have a particular imagery, and from particular points you are extracting the value of the hyperspectral imagery. So let's say for crop, for its initial stage, you get 15 points of a particular village. You are taking the average value of that particular village, or you are extracting all those values of those villages?
No, it depends. What is the
Terrain
extent of analysis you want?
Okay.
We can provide you at a 5 meter by 5 meter pixel level.
Okay.
If you want at the farm level, we can provide at farm level.
Okay.
So ideally, it is beneficial to have at the pixel level, so that when we are doing the solution in the form of variable rate application for precision agriculture, we can create VRA maps so that fertilizers get applied only where it is actually needed, not in all the areas where everything is normal. Only where there are red spots in the region, we will provide color maps, and
Okay.
there only you can apply fertilizers or
Got it.
pesticides in a better manner.
So-
it will reduce the cost of fertilizer and pesticide application for the farmers, increase the yield of farmers in those particular areas where crop failure is being avoided.
Correct. So, are you able to collaborate with government officials, or you are like just into the private players?
Right, we work with everyone across the board. We work with governments also,
Okay.
and we work with private sector.
Which of the states you have worked in right now?
So in India, we are working. We are having a MOU with Ministry of Agriculture. So based on that, we are trying to go pan India.
Okay. So, which states you have right now covered?
So we are starting with a few states as pilot states, Tamil Nadu and Madhya Pradesh.
Okay, so yes, this project is already being working, and I believe that this would definitely work since you are going into much more deeper resolution with much more narrow bandwidths. So I wish you all the very best.
Thank you.
So this was Sir, and we want to thank everyone which has been watching this video, and we want that this product could be exposed on large scale. So yes, thank you very much, sir.
Thank you.
All the very best. for
Nice
your
meeting
product. Okay.